Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Powertime practice here on Saturday, September 14th, 2024. My name is Sucharita. For those of you who don't know me, wishing you all a very warm welcome. We have Radha on the chat, and Yagna is also part of our team. If you haven't yet joined us through Apply Center, please do that. It's free. And we can keep you posted on what is happening as we roll out this year with Dr. Pillai. It has been such an amazing journey, and we know it is the time of the golden age. So today we're going to be talking about ancestors and how they impact our lives. Dr. Pillai has coined the term soul genetics, and we truly are related to our ancestors. Even though they have passed away, they're no more, they are dead. So if people are still alive in your family, they're not your ancestors. So we want to make sure that we honor them. And it's said that if you don't honor your ancestors, you can face a lot of problems in life and you can have a lot of challenges. And then your family can be suffering from addictions, from problems with finances, from maybe problems with relationships or with your kids or your grandkids or any other relative, because we're all in this gene pool of trying to work out our karma. So we decided to do that. And in this lifetime, and perhaps in previous lifetimes, or maybe even in future lifetimes. So we don't want to suffer. We can get a lot of blessings as well, because we did have ancestors who were very successful in business, perhaps, or in their family relationships, or in their friendships, their social circle. It's a time where people are really anxious. My goodness, wars are going on, and our ancestors have gone through wars. So gosh, we don't want to do that. Enough killing. So this is something that we can do to call on the ancestors who are in spiritual realms, and they are also suffering. They're trying to get our attention. So Mahalaya Paksha is a time of the ancestors where it's about 14 or 15 days, depending on where you are in the world, but it's a period of time where we can honor the ancestors, help them to move into heavenly realms, or realms that are less hellish, literally. So when we honor the ancestors through Tarpanam, which I'll show you here, we're not going to do any because right here in Toronto, Canada, it is nighttime. So the time that we can honor the ancestors is after a shower, between sunrise and sunset. So if you are doing that every day, like brushing your teeth or taking a shower, then you are also feeding the souls of your ancestors. So there are lots of different YouTubes on Ancestor Tarpanam, so we won't go into that today. However, we are going to have a mini fire lab, and everyone is encouraged to participate and maybe even try it at home. So we want to fix our finances. We want to fix our health. We want to fix our relationships. We want to evolve on the spiritual path. So if it's something that you are stuck, there's obstacles, there's no way out, you've tried everything. The teachings with Dr. Pillai come from the Tamil Siddha tradition. That means that miracles are possible. So we're going to do a quick mini fire lab, and then we'll turn it over to the chat. And if there are any members joining here and they have any questions or they have any experiences, you're welcome to pop it on there. Radha will share links to Mahalaya Paksha, the time of the ancestors. And then I'll talk a little bit more about that when we come back from our fire lab. So right now, I'm just going to be moving the camera over to our setup here. And I'll just explain a little bit for those of you who are new to Mini Fire Labs. So we have a ghee lamp. You can also use a candle or a tea light. And it's filled with ghee, which is clarified butter. And the ancestor or the gods love this. So not only our ancestors are the people who share our genes, our ancestors are all the gods and goddesses, the deities, the saints, the sages, the holy people across the culture, across traditions, in all kinds of lifetimes. So we want to honor them. And then, according to the Tamil Siddha tradition, it's super easy because with Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings, he's helped us to modify it and get really quick results. So not only will it be a fast, somewhat fast ritual to do. Remember, rituals make us to feel enriched. Our soul feels like it's come alive. It's what animates us. It gives us energy. It gives us intelligence. It helps us to find our soul's purpose or our soul mates. Or maybe it helps us to break through challenges, burn away, because the soul is like millions of suns and it has to be fed with the right type of consciousness. So settle in and imagine that this being here, Ganesha, who's an elephant-headed god, he has a pot belly and he rides a mouse, but he is also the consciousness that awakens the Kundalini energy that is dormant at the base of the spine in the subtle body. So if you're sitting upright, you don't have to be military about it. You can be just trying to keep as straight as possible with your spine and imagine a ray of light shooting up your backbone from the base of the spine. And then Ganesha, when we invoke him, he is going to help that energy to come up to the third eye. When we come up to the third eye from the base of the spine, then we are activating our whole nervous system. And our nervous system is what makes our body move. It makes us to feel energized. It makes us to feel refreshed. So it doesn't take too long. And that's what Ganesha does. And then in your life, he removes obstacles. So he is also in spiritual realms and he can be considered our ancestors or our forefather in the God form. And then we have Dr. Pillai here, and he is going to bless us to receive all the prayers from the ancestors. They're all around us saying, please, please, please keep praying to us because we will help you to stay on your spiritual path. We will give you boons. We will help to make things happen because in the body, it's so hard. It takes so long. So Dr. Pillai will activate our body, mind, and soul to receive the blessings. Here we have Lakshmi and Narayana, which is Vishnu, and he's on Ashesha, Adishesha. It's a divine being who is in this form of a snake. And that is something that is very mystical and very magical in that all you need to do is connect with it and then it awakens wealth consciousness. So we need to get wealth, health, joy, happiness. Everything that represents comfort on the earth plane is because of Lakshmi and Narayana, Vishnu, her consort. And then over here we have Shiva. And Shiva is the one who helps us to dissolve anything that is no longer serving us. He can help us to maintain whatever it is that we have and protect it in our lives, and then also help us on our spiritual path so we create a better reality. So with all that, we also have a veil for Muruga as well, and that represents the backbone. So this is a veil or a lance, and this is something that has the ability to dispel any kinds of karmas, or the Maya, the ego. You feel stuck, enemies, diseases, debts, litigation, competition. So these divine beings are in other realms. They've always been there. They are our spiritual forefathers or foremothers. And then we come to the earth plane, like it says in all the traditions. The Bible says, hey, you've got angels. Do we know who our angels are? Well, that can be these divine beings. So At Powertime practice, you're in the right place, right time, thinking, saying, and doing the right thing. So now that we've been introduced to everyone, let's begin the practice, and then we'll see how you do afterwards, how you're feeling. So right now, you can be focusing on Ganesha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Then Dr. Pillai. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha Om Bhaskaraya Namaha Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. Now Vishnu and Lakshmi. Om Namo Lakshmi Narayanaya. Om Namo Lakshmi Narayanaya. Om Namo Lakshmi Narayanaya. And then Lord Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Vail 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 Saravanavaya Swaha Vitri Vail Subramanyaya Swaha. Now, make a prayer to these divine beings to calm, and as you're focusing on the flame, you may even see their images, or their images may speak to your soul in some way that is beyond your mind. So focusing on the flame, and I'll be adding some clarified butter as well. Om Gam Swaha. Om Gam Swaha. Om Gam Swaha. Now make a prayer to Ganesha to move the Kundalini up to the third eye. When you go into the middle of your brain, where the third eye is, the pineal gland, pituitaries is involved as well. When you go into the middle of your brain, it's very easy to manifest. It's like a portal that opens up, and the divine just says, oh, I know what you want. Let's just make it happen. So pray to Ganesha for whatever it is in your life that you want to have a breakthrough, a shortcut to success. He gives success, and he's an ancestor, and he will help your ancestors as well. And when you help your ancestors, then they are connected to you through your DNA, through your genes inside of you, every cell. So now we'll call on Dr. Pillai with his Mula mantra. Om Aim Hrim Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Satguru Bhaskaraya Swaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Satguru Bhaskaraya Swaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Satguru Bhaskaraya Swaha. Om Bhaskaraya Swaha. Om Ram Dattatreya Shiva Bhavaya Swaha. Make a prayer to Dr. Pillai so that you feel connected to the flame where the divine beings are coming in. They love this ritual. They love to show you and for you to experience some shift internally. The kingdom is within, not outside of you. It's inside of you. So you can ask him for blessings in your life as well, whatever it is that you need help with. Now we'll call on Lakshmi Narayana. Om Namo Lakshmi Narayana Swaha. Om 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 Lakshmi Narayana Swaha. Make a prayer to this divine couple. Pray for beautiful relationships, for wealth consciousness. So even if money is in the bank, you can have poverty consciousness. You can be afraid that it's going to go away, or you spend it too quickly. So ask for the proper wealth consciousness for you at this point in time. Dr. Pillai says you can think of an amount of money that you would love to have, or maybe it's a vacation you want to go on, a pilgrimage. The India trip is coming up. Dr. Pillai's birthday is going to be celebrated, and there's going to be an India trip coming up, which we haven't done in years since before the pandemic. So that will be beautiful to go if you can do that. And then pray for whatever it is in your life that you would love to have joy, happiness, harmony. Ask, and you shall receive. Now we'll call on Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. 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 Make a prayer to Lord Shiva for prosperity and enlightenment. Pray that your ancestors receive these blessings from these spiritual beings who are there in the spiritual realm with the ancestors. They're saying, come on, evolve. You don't have to be in hellish realms. And when they come out of those hellish realms or those stuck realms, because you've done this, you've participated in honoring them, then you start to see the results in your life. You feel free and happy, and you see the freedom and the happiness and the healing that can go on in family relationships and so on. You can also have breakthroughs in your work, job, career, business. It's not limited to your gene pool. Miracles. And then we'll call on Mruga to wrap it up and activate the veil, the lance. Om Mrugaya Swaha. Om Mrugaya Swaha. Om Mrugaya Swaha. Om Saravana Bhavaya Swaha. Om Sarahana 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 Bhavaya Swaha. Om Mitrivel Subramanyaya Swaha. Om Mitrivel Subramanyaya Swaha. Om Mitrivel Subramanyaya Swaha. Now you can be gazing at the flame, the images. Make your heartfelt prayer of gratitude to your soul for coming and receiving the blessings that you don't even know how it will manifest in your life, that you just did, not only for yourself, your own evolution, but you did help everyone in your lineage, your gene pool, your ancestors, all the descendants. So everyone that's alive here, whether you know them or not, whether you're estranged or not, you may even get back into contact and healing can happen if that's something that you desire. And then pray for blessings. Prayer is power. If we don't focus on what we want, we won't get it. In the Bible, it says, ask, just ask, and you'll receive. So we will wrap this up. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul. Peace to the environment, peace to the world, especially in war-torn countries. Peace, peace, peace. Make a prayer to all these divine beings. Thank them for their blessings. Okay. Hi. So how was it for you? Did you enjoy? You have questions, Breezy. One is, it's impossible to get Darba grass delivered in my country. I've tried many sources. Is there a substitute? Oh, it can't get delivered. If you can't get it, maybe you can go to a temple. I'm not sure where you're from, but if you can go to a Hindu temple, or maybe there is like a puja store, an India puja store, or even an Indian grocery store. So you can ask them. I actually go to, it's called Spiceland here. And I go and I will go to the back because I found out that that's where they keep the Darba grass and Durva grass. So Darba grass is to honor the ancestors. Durva grass is to honor Ganesha. And so what I do is I just go to the back and everybody kind of looks at me, what's she doing? And then I ask the guys in the back, can I have a couple of bags of Darba grass and Durva grass? So go and get to know your local friends at the India, if you have Indian stores or puja stores in your area, or a temple. You can go to a temple and ask the priest, and then the priest will say, hey, you can have some from the temple, or they will redirect you to a store. Okay, the other question is totally unrelated to Tarpanam, but Sucharita seems to have immense knowledge of this and would like to ask it. I first discovered Babaji in February and started chanting Shreem. Okay. I'm not really sure what your question is, but okay, so we'll go on to answer some. Okay, here we go. Breezy's coming. So Shreem Breezy, and started seeing blessings, some small and a couple of big ones. So I intensified my practice a lot and the blessings stopped completely. So sometimes you have a block, meaning that you have you're doing your practices and then you come up against something really deep. So even if you've been doing your Shreem Breezes, which is for manifesting, and it's also asking for the goddess Lakshmi Shreem Breeze to come and give you joy and happiness. So it might be those kinds of things too. So not so much money in the bank, but it might be the goddess asking you to transform your personality a little bit, or the way you behave. And you know what it is. You might be having fear or scarcity consciousness. You might be having anger or frustration that comes up. So again, you might not have the purity so much. So you're each time we do a mantra, we go deeper and deeper and deeper into our lives, our past lives, this life, and then also in the various areas that maybe not so related to manifesting material things. So we're going to kind of go back and forth, right? So you don't know what you did wrong if you upset someone. No, you didn't upset the goddess. Maybe you're asking the question about, I don't know if I did something wrong. So you will know what it is. And then it can also be planets. So anytime, especially for me, when I feel like, oh my God, I'm praying so much, I'm doing so much, I'm doing remedies, everything. So I'll go to the astrologer. And then I ask someone, like I just asked Vijaya Lakshmi. She's a fabulous astrologer, master astrologer at Ashravet. And she had given me tremendous insights. And she said, you have to go deep. You're not seeing that there is something inside your baby toe. And so I did. I was meditating on it. I prayed and prayed. And then it was fear. It was fear around money. It was fear around scarcity consciousness, not having enough. And I was actually blocking it then from coming. So I really did some deep, deep cleansing and praying. And so when you come up against an obstacle in life, you either say, oh, well, I can't do it, so forget it. Or you say, okay, I'm going to go deeper. I'm going to bust through this. I have to do more prayer. So if that's helpful for you, Breezy, okay, thank you so much for taking the time to answer. Yeah. So again, the divine is going to show us exactly what it is, but we'll resist it. We'll say, no, no, I'm not afraid, or I don't have all these thoughts around relationships or money or my job or a career. And generally speaking, what Dr. Pillai shares as well is it's fear. And fear also can manifest as anger or frustration, or you just want to give up. So if we face our fears and do it anyways, then miracles happen. So it's not that we have to go and scream and yell at anyone, or, whatever it is that people generally do. I want this, like we're Toys R Us kids, right? Mom, give me that toy. We're not that. We can't do that as adults. So we have to go deeper into our practice. And then for me, it took a couple of weeks, but I set my alarm at 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I went to about 6 or 7. It's really deep, deep, because I was like, I don't know how to get rid of this fear. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. And so then it was like, good. When you don't know, then what happens? The God comes in and does it for us. So it's not that everyone has to do that, but that was for me. I had to really go deep, because the mind or the ego can just say, oh, you're good, don't worry about it. But it was really something that had been passed on through the generations, and I inherited it from my ancestors. And even though I'm doing year-long Tarpanam for my ancestors every year, since we were blessed to participate in the year-long services by Dr. Pillai, and you can check that out as well. So it is helping all my ancestors, because I'm seeing a lot of really wonderful things that are happening in my family's life, and all my siblings, and my parents who passed away. Now we are the elders, and there are kids that are coming and saying, hey, I need your guidance, I need your help. And the addictions are being erased in that generation, the one below us. And then so no one's suffering from what we inherited. So it can be alcohol, it can be drugs, it can be divorce, or cancer, disease, heart disease. It can be bickering and fighting. It can be estranged relationships. It can be estranged children or family members. And that's really important. You don't think about it too much when you're young, because you're just so busy. But then it's kind of like we come full circle and we go, oh my God, what is my purpose? Our purpose is to see who we truly are. And we don't have to go far. It's us, our family, our community, the world at large. If that's something that you're going to do on a world stage, if you have something that is your soul's desire, maybe you're in politics, or you have a big business. But most people they have enough just with their family and their job or career or business that they've been doing for quite some time. And that is helping to sustain the prosperity of the family and the health and well-being of the family. So I hope that is helpful for you. Radha has posted year-long Tarpanam is available. Yeah. And then we also have Soul Genetics is a course in Pillai Center Academy. So if you're not yet a member of Pillai Center Academy, get in there and see those beautiful courses. And Soul Genetics is pretty well priced, and it is something that you want to be initiated in by Dr. Pillai, because that's how you can speak to your ancestors from your soul. So don't be freaked out. Oh my God, is this going to be like a seance? No, it's at the soul level. You will start to experience their relief inside of yourself, because you share their genes, their DNA. Even though they're no more, you're still here. So you will start to feel relief. And then maybe you will have thoughts about aunts or uncles or cousins who have passed away, or parents who have passed away, grandparents, at least 6 generations on both the mother side and the father side, the maternal side, the paternal side. So Tarpanam is something you can do every day. And then if you want to, because I can't always do it every day, so I've been participating in the year-long service. It gets done for me. Even if I wasn't, I was able to go to India. Their power spots that these Tarpanam rituals get done for us are so far away from each other. I couldn't even do it all in the one day. So that's the blessing, to participate in the services that are offered through Pillai Center Ashravid, Pillai Center Academy. And during Mahalaya Paksha, which is coming up, it is the best time of the year. And you will feel it. Maybe you'll feel like throughout those 14 or 15 moon days, you'll feel like some pain in your body, or you might have a health issue come up. And because for my family, cancer is a big one, or heart disease. My dad just passed away of heart problems. He was 92, so it was a long life for him. It was good. And that, in my mom's side of the family, a lot of cancer, and even cousins have passed away at an early age, so of cancer. So even though they may be living a lifestyle that they say, hey, it's pretty good, still the cancer can be there, and then it can take you out. So getting the blessings of the ancestors, it will erase that, because they're the ones who are saying you have to suffer like I did. Paying it back, right? Sins of the father is not just a saying, it's the truth. So great. Thank you so much. Radha has posted Soul Genetics course there, the link. So check it out. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for being here, and enjoy this altar here. It's been created for, maybe almost 30 years. And so the gods and the goddesses are always waiting to shine their light and bless you. So they wanted to come out today because they're in the ancestral realms too, or in the spiritual realms. The ancestors have their own spiritual realm, but they're waiting for the ancestors to come up into maybe the level of a god or a goddess. So we can do that too during Mahalaya Paksha. There's a new moon. If you can't do all 15 moon phases of all the rituals, then at least for the new moon during Mahalaya Paksha, you can free an ancestor who may have passed away at a young age. They got taken out by a weapon or maybe a car accident. They didn't get to live the full life. So they can get raised up to the level of a god. So that is really helpful for them. And then they can feel like they have been blessed instead of stuck. We're all stuck because we're not paying attention to the ancestors. Every culture, every tradition pays attention to the souls of the ancestors at a particular time, depending on what the tradition is. You can check it out, or you can just go on to Pillai Center, Ashraved, and then find out how to honor your ancestors and when. And then whatever you can feel, whatever you can budget, if it's a small amount, your ancestors will bless you. You'll have breakthroughs because it's their time to give you blessings. So with that, I will close. Thanks so much, everyone. God bless you all. Thanks to Dr. Pillai. Thanks to the Pillai Center team, Radha, Yagna. And we will see you when we see you next. Happy Mahalaya Paksha. Namaste.